Likewise, something I talked about, I had a big phase with the peacock mantis shrimp. I think it is the most fascinating and intimidating and terrifying animal in history, and I don't think it deserves to be alive. It's too good at everything it does. It's too optimized, and it feels like an alien on Earth. Those freaks do not belong here. They're so scary. I want to see one in real life sometime, but I'm also really scared for the day that comes. I don't know if I could handle a one-on-one encounter with a mantis shrimp. They're so scary. I'll spare you the full readout on those because I think I've talked about them before. But yeah, genuinely, they're so scary. If you're ever interested in like broadening your horizons as far as what lives on this planet, you should pull up a documentary or two on the peacock mantis shrimp. Look into I'd say first, just to build up, look at their eyes first. Look into videos on their eyes because they have unique world record breaking eyes in multiple categories. And then look into their appendages. They have these fist-like appendages that they use to punch things that are also really unique and world record breaking. They're so freakish. They also are colored like the rainbow. It's insane. That should not be a living thing. You know what I mean? Terrifying. Pretty, I don't know if I'd call them pretty. They're scary to me. Yeah, punch. They literally, listen to me. The peacock mantis shrimp, most mollusks, if they eat other mollusks, they like wait for them to come out of their shell or they claw them out of their shell, right? But the whole point of the shell is that it's kind of like a foolproof protection, right? When you're a crab or like a snail or something like anything that has a shell, you're usually safe inside of your shell. If you can retreat fast enough, you're not going to get gobbled up. Peacock mantis shrimp does not care. It punches the shell open. It has little fists that it puts into like spring lock position, and it punches so hard that it breaks everything open. Marine biologists call them thumb splitters because if you mishandle them, they will break your freaking fingers. Isn't that terrifying? They're so strong. If I could throw a baseball vertically upwards with the same amount of speed and force as a single punch, it would reach the moon. It would go into space. That is terrifying. They're so strong. It creates a pocket of air when they punch underwater. It makes it look like the water is being boiled. There's like an audible pop. It's crazy. It's sickening. And not in the good way. And they're also aggressive and territorial. They've evolved to have a specific part of their body that reflects light in a unique way so that they can avoid each other. Because if they find another peacock mantis shrimp, they're just going to square up until one of them is gone. They're sick. They're sick. They're evil. Yes, it breaks glass. You have to have a special tank to keep one because otherwise it will break the glass and get out. They're evil. They're evil, territorial, strong animals, and they should not be here. I think when humanity is gone, they're the ones that are going to take over. I need to cool down. New question. I need the world to know and to fear and to respect the peacock mantis shrimp. They are so crazy. They have no business being built the way they are. I dropped the fact during that they can like punch things really hard, but there's more to them than just their freaky fist appendages. They've also got freaky eyes. Listen here. The peacock mantis shrimp, all right? I don't know if you've ever seen one of these freaks, but they're scary. They've got two eyes, like a lot of animals do, but here's the thing. We humans, our eyes, they're kind of like binoculars for us. We actually see with our brain. Does that make sense? Like we use our eyes to see, but we see what we're seeing inside of our brain. We process the information. The eyes are just like the sensory organ that gives us the information to process, right? We don't see with our eyes, we see with our brain. And a lot of animals are like this. Most animals will take things in with their eyes and process it with their brain, see it in their brain. Peacock mantis shrimps, these freaks are different. What they do, they have two eyes that process information individually, all right? Each eye works independently from the other one. So they're seeing two things at once, and they process it inside the eye. They don't process the information in their brains. They process it in each eye. So at all times, they're seeing two separate things, and they look in different directions. So it's not like us, right? Because we have binocular vision. We see two things at once, and we piece them together because we have very like fragilely coordinated eyes. Very, very specific organization to like give us depth perception, binocular depth perception. I've talked about this before. They don't do that. Their eyes look in different directions and they see two pictures and they understand both of those pictures. And there's more to it than that. Let's talk rods and cones, all right? Colors that we can see. Colors that we can see. Humans, we can process 3 distinct kind of colors. 3 distinct colors. So we can see 3 distinct colors, red, green, and blue, right? And when it comes to everything in between, like yellow, purple, etc., what we do is our brain finds the closest middle between those colors, and that's what it looks like to us. Those are the 3 base colors that we have. You want to hear how many a peacock mantis shrimp has on an individual level? 12! They have 12! They have 12 color receptors. We can't even imagine what that looks like. What the heck? What the heck is that about? 12? Are you kidding me? These guys are freaky. They can see temperature and light refraction. They can see light refraction. Isn't that bananas? And here's this. They're super aggressive and evil and wicked and cruel. So much so that they also fight each other whenever they see each other. They're very territorial and isolated. If they see another mantis shrimp, they're going to square up. And so they have an evolutionary tactic to avoid each other. They have these little reflective like frills on the front of their face that gives off a very specific light refraction that other mantis shrimp can recognize so that they stay away from it because they're that wicked and evil. It's on sight. Isn't that ridiculous? These animals are freaks. I hate them and I'm scared of them and I love them and I respect them and I'm terrified that I'm going to meet one someday. I hope to never see one for my entire life unless it's behind like 1,000-fold plate glass because they can break glass, by the way. When amateurs keep them in their own tank as a pet, they often break through the glass and get water all over the place. They're so strong. They're so scary. These freaks, they need to be stopped. They're too optimized. I don't know. It stresses me out. I can't handle it.